Well, welcome everyone. Thank you for coming for today's graduation. My name is, for all who don't know me, my name is Kevin Farrell. I'm the headmaster here at Merrick Prep, and I have the honor of being the master of ceremonies for today's celebration. Before we begin, a few logistical comments for those who are not familiar with this part of the building. Bathrooms are just outside on the right-hand side. If you've got a telephone with you, please turn it off or the ringer down to 0. And staff and students, as you come up to speak or receive an award, you can take your face mask off so that you'll have a picture of you with your certificate or award or while you're speaking so that your voice can be heard and projected. So I'm pleased to announce our graduates, which is why we're here. And our 2021-2022 graduates are Abdella, Kazan, Miyuki, Eru, Ekofe, and Tintoka. And of course, online we have 2 of our online synchronous students, Khalid in the UAE and Constantine in Malaysia. So welcome. I'd like to take a few moments just to reflect back on the year with a little slide presentation that Johanna Ziegler, our Director of Admissions, has put together. Thank you so much, Johanna and Justin, for putting that together. It's a wonderful reflection of the year, and a truly amazing amount of activities that we covered over the course of the year, and amazing accomplishments that all of you achieved over the last 10 months. Before we go any further, though, I think I would be making a big misstep if I didn't take a moment to acknowledge 2 or 3 very special people in the room. And they are, of course, Carrie and Betty Ann. Kitchen staff did a wonderful job all year long, ensuring that we had not only nutritious meals, but delicious meals. And their hard work kept us well fed and nourished throughout the school year. Thank you so much to Betty Ann, our food service manager, and our cooks, Carrie Human and Lesha Bresden. Thank you so much. Today's graduation, as are all graduations, is special. But this one holds special significance, as it is the first ceremony we have had on campus since June of 2019. Let's hope that the COVID pandemic is quickly receding into distant memory, and that we can all continue to gather safely with our friends and family from around the world. Today, we celebrate all the efforts and accomplishments of all of our students, and in particular, our graduates. So without further ado, we'll start with our Academic Achievement Course Awards. The Academic Achievement Course Awards are given to the top student in each course by their classroom teacher, based on grades, in-class participation, growth, and respect for the classroom community. I'll call upon each teacher in turn to present their Semester 1 and Semester 2 Academic Achievement Course Awards. Students, when your name is called, please come up to receive your certificate. You can drop your mask so that Johanna can get a picture with you with your certificate. And we'll start with Mr. James Wood to give the awards for Grade 9 Introduction to Business, Grade 12 World Issues and Geographic Analysis, Grade 12 International Business Fundamentals, Grade 11 Introduction to Anthropology, Psychology, and Sociology, Grade 12 Business Leadership Management Fundamentals, and Grade 12 Analyzing Current Economic Trend Issues. Over to you, Mr. Wood.
Oh, okay. So, starting with Grade 9, Intro to Business. A long time ago now, but hopefully still thinking of the good times. This student just super inquisitive, nailing all the concepts right from day one, and came out pretty well on top in terms of academic success. So come on up, Lisa. Yeah. Actually 50.
Perfect.
That's what he looks like. Okay. Next is for world issues. Every student from that class is going to be keeping the words sustainability and globalization in their heads forever, I'm sure. Again, this was a tough course, and there were a few that were sort of battling for this award, but at the end, I'm happy to present this to Ekfe. It's mine now, you get one chance. Okay, international business. Small course. It started out with just one person in class, 3 online, and then by the end it was 2 and 2. Lots of good discussions, and kind of going along at the same time as world issues, there were a lot of things that crossed over, so it was easy to get confused what stuff was being taught in which class. However, at the end of it, Temi, congratulations. Okay, grade 11 this semester, Introduction to Anthropology, Psychology, and Sociology, or just Social Sciences, which is easier for everybody. The quietest class ever. My goodness. That's really, no, it's not all I can say about it, but wow, it was a challenge to get argument going, just a little bit of argument, debate. But at the end, everybody was starting to improve a little bit. We should come back and do it again next semester. No? Well, you were going to win it, but now I'm scratching your head. However, the most vocal, the most willing to argue, certainly, Safa. In a good way, respectfully. Don't apologize.
There we go.
Congratulations. Grade 12 management. Kind of the polar opposite of the quiet grade 11 class, constant argument and debate, which is good. That's what we want. Although there's a few things we shouldn't be arguing about, right? Like ethics and whether billionaires are good or not. I'll let that go. And this one was close until the last couple assignments. However, at the end, okay. What's one up there?
No. Last one. Oh, there it is.
And finally, grade 12 economics. Tough course, right?
No.
It's all right. Not really a lot of debate, but a lot of questions. A lot of questions. Certainly from one side of the classroom, more from the other one. But again, that's okay. And this was another class where there was a lot of competition for this award. But once again, I'm waiting until you sat down. Congratulations. Congratulations, everyone. That was yours, yeah. You sure? No, there we go. Okay.
Well, thank you, Wood, and I'm glad you listened to my mouth.
Yeah, me too.
Next, I'd like to call upon Ms. Peyton Horning to give the awards for grade 9 issues in Canadian geography, grade 9 exploring family studies, grade 9 English, grade 11 English, and grade 12 English.
I have some notes. So we're going to start with grade 9 geography. So the grade 9 geography award goes to a kind and caring student who is always enthusiastic about learning. They approached our coordinates unit and all of their studies with a positive latitude. Whether learning about climate or shaking things up with natural disasters, their work always showed an elevated level of understanding. It's safe to say that when it comes to geography, this student really rocks. Congratulations, Elisa.
I am shocked. You almost 50.
Okay. In grade 9 family studies, we focused on setting goals, communication strategies, and various family structures and traditions. This student was consistently engaged, always contributed to class discussion, delivered high-quality work, and with a new baby sibling arriving mid-semester, it's safe to say that they know a thing or two about family. So congratulations, Marianne. Grade 9 English. Beyond our Lord of the Flies novel study and our focus on Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, our grade 9 English class spent some time reading and writing poetry. So for this award, I've composed a short poem, and bonus points if you can identify the type of poem that it is, to honor our winner, who is a shining example of what dedication and hard work can achieve. So here's the poem. This English award recognizes your hard work. Congrats, Lisa. Thank you. Congratulations. I would have taken it back if you got that. Okay. So this student's creativity and expressiveness shone through in grade 11 English class, particularly in their writing assignments. Always willing to share their interesting ideas and unique perspectives, they were engaged, asked questions, sought and applied feedback to improve their work, and consistently put forth extra effort, displaying a strong determination to succeed. So congratulations, Benita. All right, and finally, grade 12 English. So in grade 12 English, we spent a great deal of time studying Shakespeare, who once wrote, "Such as we are made of, such we be." It's safe to say that this student is made of excellence because they are most certainly excellent through and through. This student is hardworking, is creative and expressive, and they excel at applying what they learn in the classroom to real world and real life situations. This student's strength and determination shone through in all that they did, and they were a real pleasure to teach. Congratulations, Abby.
Thanks this morning. For those who've been here, they know about Mr. Wood's jokes and puns, and I think Miss Horning can challenge for the grab. Yes. Challenge. I'd like to call upon Mrs. Jocelyn Grant to give out Mrs. Danielle Mignot's awards for grade 11 biology, grade 11 functions, and grade 12 chemistry.
All right, so not my awards. I'm handing these out for Ms. Ann, who's not here. She gave me a couple of sentences while juggling babies and kids and stuff at home, so here we go. All right, first one is for grade 11 biology, and this award is for a student who handed in all assignments early and always strove to go above and beyond, and that student is Safa. All right, the next one is grade 11 functions, and this award goes to a student who was incredibly thorough in her work and was also a very supportive role model to her peers. Safa. Congratulations. And lastly, grade 12 chemistry. This student won this award for handing all assignments in early for extra feedback. Also very supportive towards their peers, and that goes to economics.
Thank you, Mrs. Grant, stepping in for Ms. Young. And the next one up is, I'd like to ask Mr. Nicholas Lee up to give the awards for grade 9 science, grade 11 chemistry, and grade 12.
All right. I had the honor and pleasure of being a teacher for the last couple of months, this wonderful student body. And my first course award is for grade 9 science for having an amazing energy and consistent effort and resolution in the course. This goes to Mariana. The next award is for grade 11 chemistry, and it goes to this student for their extremely hard-working nature and their determination to always get exactly what is the reasoning and what is the final answer. It goes to Sata. And this last award is for grade 12 biology, and it goes to a student who exemplifies the motto of the school. Not only did they raise themselves up to the highest standard, but they also helped raise the rest of the class up and led the class discussions. This goes to Camilla.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Next, I'd like to call upon Ms. Beth Searle to give the awards for grade 11 travel and tourism and geographic perspective, grade 11 world history since 1900, global and regional interactions, and grade 12 challenge and change in society.
Good afternoon. Okay, so for travel and tourism in grade 11, it was a wild ride, but we all made it through. A lot of us had never heard of biospheres, but I think we're all going to know biospheres now. Yes, I'm very proud of all of you. But when it comes down to the Course Achievement Award, it is for SAPA. I know. Okay. So for the next award, it's for world history from 1900 to now, which was a very busy course, and everybody did exceptionally well, and they expressed their thoughts and had a lot of questions, so there was a lot of discussion in this class. So really, I wish we could give the award out to everyone, because everyone did exceptionally well in this class, but it does come down to SAPA. And then in grade 12, we have challenge and change in society. This was an amazing course for me personally. I had a lot of fun teaching it. It's one of my favorite courses to teach. And with that bias said, I can say that I had some amazing students in the course who were able to talk through the camera to me and express their thoughts exceptionally well. And one person definitely stood out, and that's Debbie Dooley.
Thank you, Mrs. Searle. And we're going to have Ms. Jocelyn Grant back up again to give the award for grade 9 mathematics, grade 12 physics, grade 12 advanced functions, grade 9 healthy active living education, grade 11 physics, and grade 12 calculus and vectors.
Right, so I'll start with grade 9 math. This student won the award for their attention to detail and just consistency. I've never seen consistency like that before. Just super even great marks all the time. And that award goes to Mariana. Okay. Next I have grade 12 physics, fun course to teach. And this one did come down to the tough decision to pick one. But the student that won it for their, what I would call scientific curiosity, always asking great questions and things like that, and that is Abdullah. Next is grade 12 advanced functions, tough math course. And the student that won this was basically outstanding work, also asking a lot of questions, challenging things, always in a good way, and that is all right. In the second semester, I had healthy active living, grade 9. The student that won this award was for actually great attitude, like pretty much every day, and also for sharing a lot of her knowledge with the rest of us, and that goes to Lisa. Congratulations. All right, next I have grade 11 physics. The student, again, going above and beyond in every little thing, and just had exemplary work in just about every assignment, presentation, test, whatever it is, and that is Safa. All right, and last but not least, calculus and vectors. One of my favorite courses to teach. So one of the students stood out right from day one. Started out the course with a 99%. We're talking calculus, grade 12 calculus. He had 99 right up until about a month ago. He dropped down to 98. Oh. But I just marked his exam, and I've never ever done this before. He just got 100%. Whoa.
Smile.
And his final mark would be 99, by the way. He jumped back up to 99.
Mariana, I'll hold on to all your shirts, and when you come back from your holidays, we'll be here for you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Grant. Congratulations to all of our Academic Course Achievement Awards. They're given out, as I mentioned, not for just the highest mark, but for participation, growth, and respect for the classroom community. And I think that idea around growth is a critical one. And that's what we're all about, is learning and growing. So keep striving forward. The next award is our beloved Pi Plaque Award. And the Pi Plaque Award is given to a student who can recite the most digits of pi in the correct order. This award is determined and celebrated every year on March 14th, which is 3.14, the first 3 digits of pi. We also do a little celebration for those who aren't here, Pi Plaque, where we have pies in the face, and you saw some of those in the slideshow. The Pi Plaque certificate and Pi Plaque and the certificate are presented by our math teacher, Grant.
I'm not sure which part of Pi Day I like better, the whipped cream in my face or reciting digits of pi. Anyways, I can come on up here. So Akape had the previous record. In 2021, he recited 335 digits of pi in order, completely by memory. And then this year I challenged him to better that, and he smashed his own record. He got 600 digits.
Okay, do it again.
There we go. And a smile next time.
That's actually yours. Do you want this picture too?
That's okay.
Thank you, Ms. Grant, for every year putting that together and organizing that and compiling the face day, which is always fun, as you mentioned. And congratulations, 600. I don't remember what my phone number is. I remember 600 digits of pi. It's a remarkable achievement. The next award is our House Cup Award, and that is awarded annually to the winners of the House competitions. This trophy and certificates are awarded to the team for team and community spirit. The House competitions are held at the end of each month, as you all know, and range from physical challenges to creative endeavors to theatrical, performance-based, knowledge-based, and intellectual challenges. After each challenge, as you know, points are awarded, and at the end of the year, the House with the most points wins the House Cup. As in most years, except for last year, there was a runaway team. Most years, the House Cup competition is a pretty close and tight race, and was the case this year, coming right down to the last two challenges, with Barnard House and Louis and Francois, I think, are in that little box there. They're looking at me, so Barnard House, you can do work a little harder next year. Barnard House earned 17 points. Rickards earned 19 points, and overall winner is Clark House with 21 points. Congratulations to all students and staff who had fun throughout the year competing in these monthly House Cup competitions. And congratulations to Clark House, this year's winner of the House Cup. I'd ask the House captain, James Wood, to come forward and present the certificates and the trophy to this year's House Cup winners.
It's almost not fair, like you get put into my house.
You're so humble.
It's one of my best traits.
Yes.
And that's all on camera recorded. It is. Okay, so Helen, come on up. David. Omar. I don't know why I'm holding him still. Gervin. And Ekin. No.
Scooch together. Please.
Pull that. No. I'll cover all the space a bit.
Scooch over. Scooch over, please.
You take mask off.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh. Smile.
Good job. Thank you, Mr. Wood, and congratulations to Captain Mr. Wood and also to Clark House. I look forward to next year. Hopefully we'll have some more fun. I'm sure we'll have some more fun and some new challenges at the end of each month. The next award is the Residential Life Award. The Residential Life Award is awarded to one male and one female student who participated in the community and worked towards integration and inclusion of all students in our school. Each year, deciding on the winner of this certificate plaque is very difficult. Merrick Preparatory School, last time I can't see. Merrick Preparatory School is so much more than a school, as you all know, and as I hear every night in my office, as I hear Gail's laughter and chit chat around the snack bar. It's a community. It's a family of diverse students from around the world. This year, 21 students from 15 different countries joined together to become brothers and sisters. All MPS students mix and interact. As I mentioned, they engage in the House Cup, co-curriculars, field trips, advisor group meetings, weekend outings. They share meals together daily, and they partake in community service. the support students give each other is something that I've not seen in other schools. And as such, each year it's very difficult to select the Residential Life Award for Integration and Inclusion, as our students do exceedingly well at this, each and every one of you. Residential Life certificates and plaques will be presented this year by Ms. Francina Lea, our Residential Life Award.
Right, good afternoon, student body and everybody. The Residential Life Female Award goes to a student, a young individual who is also a great student, and during her off time, she has embodied many, many attributes to make Merrick Prep a home, not just for herself, but to her friends and her peers around, and that is very admirable, and I'm also very sad, but also very grateful to see wherever she's going to go and create that community involvement, which is really important. And that award goes to Yuki.
Mind get hold of the plaque, too.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Wait, wait, yes, for you. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. All right, the second award goes to a young individual who really does differentiate between being a student and also on his residential lifetime. He is able to find comedy and things. He's a really good dancer, and we don't give him enough credit for it. Even though he sometimes forgets his keys, his room is always full. And I wish him all great things, and that award goes to Gassan. He does have some good moves.
My honor to present my second floor fellows.
Thanks so much, Francina, and congratulations to Hassan and Yuki, well done. And I think that's award, although they're specifically given out, it's as I said, it's a very hard award to determine because all of you do that exceedingly well. Build community, welcome others into the space. So congratulations to all of you. Our next award is the Academic Award. It's awarded to a grade 9 student, to a grade 11 student, and to a grade 12 student with the highest overall average based on their marks from all their courses throughout the school year. I'd like to call upon Mr. James Wood to give out these.
Okay, so this is, or these awards are not super surprising when you hear sort of the total of the individual class awards. Not surprising, but certainly well earned. So for grade 9, the academic award for the student with the overall highest average was to Mariana. For grade 11, Zach. Suburban. Grade 12. Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wood, and again, congratulations to all those students who did so well academically. Again, there's a large number of our students that are on our honor roll, which is over 80%. There's a large number of our graduates who have an average of over 80%. All of our students do exceedingly well academically, but those were our certificates for those that had the highest overall average in those grades. Mr. Wood's going to come back up, and he's going to present the Faculty Award for Diligence in Academic Achievement. This trophy and certificate is presented to a grade 12 student who has achieved superior grades due to positive work ethic, well-refined organizational skills, and intellectual curiosity.
Okay, so another one that's very difficult to decide on, and every time we have staff meetings, I'm going to move away from the trophy. And every time we have staff meetings about these, it's always a debate. And this year, the debate really wasn't who's getting it, but how many should we give. And we're giving away 2 this year because it was too difficult to decide. So, for the Faculty Award for superior grades, positive work ethic, well-refined organizational skills, and intellectual curiosity, can we please have Tammy? And your certificates. Nice.
Yay!
Tammy, Mr. Wood. Thank you, Mr. Wood, and congratulations to Tammy and Equifae. I had a student one year ask if they could take the trophy home, but no, unfortunately, you can't take the trophy home. They stay, but you do take your certificate. And it's nice because when you come back to visit over the years, you'll see all your friends and names that are on the plaque. The next award I would like to give out, and it is called the Headmaster's Award, and it is for integrity and leadership. This trophy and certificate are presented to a grade 12 student who has demonstrated a sound moral compass, compassion to their fellow students, respect for teachers, and conspicuous involvement in various facets of school life, including community service. This year's recipient is all of those things and much more. The student has demonstrated respect for the MPS family and the Merrick community. They have taken time to speak to their fellow students, staff, and faculty to discuss and explore ideas. They have always been inclusive and supportive of others, and they are quick to engage in co-curricular activities to bolster and grow the MPS spirit, camaraderie, and family. Always positive, always respectful, always on time. I'm delighted to present this year's Headmaster's Award for integrity and leadership to Ed College. And the last award for this evening's ceremonies is the Valedictorian Award, and we know who won that because the students voted on it. This award is presented to a graduating student who has embodied well-roundedness at the highest level, superior academic performance, strong contribution to co-curricular activities, positive leadership by example, and a gift of the oratory. As chosen by the graduating class, this year's Valedictorian Award goes to Equifae. I'm going to say a few words about you before you start, okay? So Equifae joined MPS, as you all know, in grade 11. And although a little bit shy, a little bit reserved, and a little bit quiet initially, he has been a steady and consistent behind-the-scenes leader in the school and supporter of his peers. He is always respectful, always positive, always inclusive, and thoughtful, and as Mr. Woods' award demonstrated, the top academic performer in his courses. He is soft-spoken, he has a very kind demeanor. And that demeanor has won the hearts of the staff and students alike. Congratulations, Dr. Fay, on being selected by your peers as this year's valedictorian. Certificate before you start your speech. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. This year has been a year full of thrills, surprises, and excitements. We're able to meet new people this year, and it was amazing to get to experience cultures from across the world. Most of us in our classes had graduated. In our former schools, not coming here was had a different system. It's a different way of learning was what we had to all get used to. We also had to be involved in applying to universities, and that was a crazy experience. It was kind of like applying for a citizenship in Canada, and you worked so hard for it, you prepared for it, and you give your preparations to the country, and you have to wait for 4 months before you get any response. After 4 months, you probably get rejected. But they don't know that you have backup. You apply to other top universities, other top countries like the US, UK, and the rest, who are glad to have you. Being at MPS with my classmates was an amazing experience. The hard work that we all put was really something exciting to see. I'm proud of all my fellow grade 12 students, Abdullah, Hassan, Miyuki, Eru, Temi, Alin, and Constantine, for all the efforts you put in and the energy throughout the semester. Being here today and getting your OSSD is something you should be proud about. And I'm proud of all of you for what you've done throughout this year. I want to thank the teachers who gave us support throughout the year. I want to thank Ms. Honning, Mr. Wood, Ms. Cyril, Ms. Mignol, Ms. Grant, Mr. Ali Houghton, who came from Reserve to become teacher. I want to thank the kitchen staff, Ms. Betty Ann, Ms. Kerry. I want to thank the admissions team, Ms. Joanna, Mr. Justin, Mr. Robles. I want to thank those who worked at the back, Mr. Mark, Mr. Ian, Ms. Lesha as well, who was here partially as the kitchen before she left. I want to also thank all the students for the support they gave throughout this year. It was a really great experience to work with you all. And I want to say congratulations once again to the graduating set of 2022. I can't wait to see what you all become. And I know that we ask ourselves the question of what do we want to be in life, but the question should be what values do we want to meet in life? How do we want to improve ourselves as individuals? And while we all go to universities, I hope that you all are able to enjoy the moment. It's not a do or die affair, and I know that you all have the energy and the perseverance to get through it. Congratulations once again, and I can't wait to see who you all become. Thank you.
Thank you, XP, for your wonderful remarks. I think that's so true about what we become and the values that we hold. So great comments. And now on to the focus of our ceremony, our graduates. Mr. James Wood and Ms. Jocelyn Grant will give out the diplomas for our graduating students. So they can come up. Start with that one. They should all be in order here.
Pardon me? Oh, good. Pardon me? You do? Okay. So, we're going to call up the grads and we're going to say a couple more nice things about you. You may have noticed where they're going to be going next year on the presentation, but maybe you didn't. So we're going to remind everybody of that, okay? You're also, pardon me? Yep. You're also going to hear a couple of things. So everybody's going to be getting an Ontario Secondary School diploma today. Some of you are also going to be getting what's called an Ontario Scholar, which is any student with an overall average of over 80%. Okay, so we're going to start with Abdallah, who is getting both an OSSD, the Secondary School Diploma, and an Ontario Scholar. And he's going to Manchester University for chemical engineering, which is also a master's program. And that's awesome. So congratulations.
Next up is Hassan. So Hassan is receiving his Ontario Secondary School Diploma and Ontario Scholar also. And Hassan will be attending Warwick University in the UK, studying, hope I get this right, mathematical,
It's not.
operational, research, statistical economics. Am I close?
Close it.
Okay.
Oh, this one. This one. Yeah.
Wow.
You need a degree to do it. Yuki. Yuki is receiving an Ontario Secondary School Diploma and going to Trent University in Peterborough next year to study health sciences, which is fantastic.
All right, next up is Eru. Eru is receiving her Ontario Secondary School Diploma. And she will be going to Carleton University in the fall to study civil engineering.
Ekfe, receiving the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, Ontario Scholar, and next year will be going to the University of Waterloo for a co-op in mechanical engineering. And he received a $2,000 entry scholarship.
And Tammy. All right, Tammy's receiving her Ontario Secondary School Diploma and Ontario Scholar. And Tammy in the fall will be going to the University of Calgary to study law and society. Congratulations.
Constantine. He can hear you. Constantine is receiving his Ontario Secondary School diploma and is an Ontario Scholar, so congratulations. And apparently, he's not completely sure, but for now, Concordia University to study psychology.
And next is Khalid. Khalid is receiving his Ontario Secondary School diploma, and he will be doing, in the fall, he'll be starting his mandatory military service, and I'm hoping he'll let us know what he's going to do after that, what big adventure he'll go on.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Grant, thank you, Mr. Wood, and congratulations to all 8 of our graduates, including the 2 that are in that little box over there. You'll notice that inside your graduation package is a little wristband USB stick, and that is from our admissions team, and they put together sort of a little memento for you when you leave. So when you get home tonight, or when you have a chance, you can plug it in and see what a few people have to say. Well, that's pretty much getting close to a wrap, but I'll conclude with a few comments. So, dear parents and guests, faculty and staff, Merrick Prep School students, and most importantly, our graduates of 2022. It is my honor to give the closing remarks to this celebration. I must start by acknowledging the joy of having all of you back here in the school after almost 2 years of having no students on campus. And believe me, sitting in my office alone for 2 years on winter nights and storms and hot summer days is not too much fun. So thank you for coming back to MPS and bringing joy and breathing life back into this building. Well done. I'm going to drop my glasses so I don't lose my place. Looking back on the year, as always at this time for me, it's always hard to believe that it's over, and it always goes by so quickly. And throughout the year, there have been a few stops and starts, with students slowly trickling in because of COVID restrictions, study permit delays, a few lockdowns, and multiple adjustments that were required to the weekend programming as a result. Just when we thought things were going to be okay and get back to normal in November, there was this thing called Omicron that showed up and threw everything back into a tizzy, and more lockdowns ensued. January actually started with a lockdown for 2 weeks and restricted us greatly in all the activities that we could do. But slowly, like most things in life, things started to get better. And by the spring, we were able to get out and enjoy all that Merrickville and the surrounding area has to offer, thanks to our Res Life staff, who was very creative, coming up with new ideas. Through all these challenges and adjustments, all of you carried on undeterred. You remained focused on your studies, and when you could not partake in the planned activity, all of you worked together to create something very special and caring, and that is what I call community. Whether it was the wonderful music being played outside my office door in the evenings, which was fantastic, thank you, Mr. Lee, and all the students who partook, or the gales of laughter late at night when you didn't know I was in my office, but at 10 or 11, or even sometimes after, like 11:30 when you're supposed to be in bed, there was uproarious laughter coming out of the snack bar, and that was a joy for me to hear, especially after 2 years of sitting in that office in dead silence. I think the fact that you were able to respond to those challenges, those unpredictable moments, the starts and the stops, not sure if you can make it here or not, says something about you. And I think it says 3 things about you specifically, you individually and you as a group. First, you have the ability to adjust, adapt, and change. Change is not easy. There's a whole industry out there called change management where people make lots of money helping organizations change. And every single one of you did that this year. You adapted, you adjusted, and you changed. And it's not easy to do that. You managed that well through constant adjustments that were required throughout the year, and that's a remarkable accomplishment. Second, you learned to remain positive, find joy, and be creative. Not only did each of you adapt and change, as I just mentioned, you did so with a positive, can-do attitude. You made it fun, as evidenced by Omar's pen sticking out of his mask right now. If we couldn't do something, that didn't stop you. You found joy in creating something new and doing it together. And third, learning how to create and build community. The joy you found in the relationships this year was outstanding, as evidenced by the laughter that I would hear late in the evenings. Regardless of grade, you created a strong community, a strong sense of belonging. And again, this is not easy to do in the best of times. And each of you did that in very trying times, with a lot of change and uncertainty and unpredictability. And you did that with students constantly trickling in. It wasn't like you guys created a community and then someone new came in and it all fell apart. You actually made it stronger. And that speaks volumes to you as individuals and as a group. I think these three valuable learnings that you demonstrated to me throughout the year are represented in our three pillars. They're written on the front wall and front foyer: courage, community, and for me, above all, compassion. Courage. The courage to take risks and to fail, but to get up and keep trying. All of you showed courage to come back to school when maybe it might have been easier to stay at home after being away for a year and a half. All of you were courageous in forming friendships and relationships with students from around the world, again, regardless of grade, regardless of staggered starts and staggered arrivals, regardless of lockdowns and isolations and quarantines. You were always welcoming a new student that they hadn't started with you at the beginning of the year. All of you showed courage in working your way through all of your courses, which I know was not easy this year, particularly with those stops and starts and lockdowns. All of you showed tremendous courage this year despite all the uncertainty. You took risks in coming to campus, and I think the reward of that was what you forged and created in community. Secondly, on our wall, we have community. And I've mentioned this a few times already, and I think it's worthy of mentioning again. One, because it is one of our pillars, but secondly, because it is something that is not easily done. Yet, community is critical to our individual and our societal success. As a global community that shares only one Earth. We all know the challenges of COVID, the war in Ukraine, of environmental and climatic change that we all face. If we cannot come together as a global community, our challenge will only grow and become more complex, more challenging, and more difficult to solve. What I witnessed this year, what each of you created, gives me great hope for the future, for our political and economic structures, and for our climate, and for our one and only Earth. We need a global community of diverse people working together and finding common ground, creatively solving problems and resolving issues. We need leaders who have the ability to come together and create community that are coming from diverse backgrounds and have fun along the way. And that is exactly what you did this year. Diverse people coming from all around the world, creating community. You created community in constant change, in a dynamic and unpredictable environment, with people that you hadn't met before and with people from around the world. We need more of you in this world. And when we do, we will be better off. And who is posed better than our graduates to go out in the world, because you have the skills, knowledge, and confidence to create that community that we so badly need. All of you have proven that you know how to do this. And I think this is a key ingredient to your success and to all of our success. And last, and as I always say, above all, compassion. That's our third pillar. I mentioned courage to take risks and fail, for that is how we learn. Take time to get to know the people around you, the weak and the strong, the smart and the dull. For each of us has a story to tell worthy of listening to. And we can all learn from each other. In doing so, we become better as individuals, and we become better as a group. And that's how we create community. But I would argue that above all is compassion. None of this, the courage or the community, can happen without compassion. Compassion for ourselves when we fail, so that we can have the courage to keep going. Compassion for others who are different, who we do not understand, but we see ourselves in them. And compassion for the earth, because it's the only home we have. Despite coming from different countries, we really are from one global home, one global community. So above all, compassion. So dear graduates, all 8 of you, you have everything you need to be successful. You have the skills, you have the knowledge, and you have the confidence to create your future as you design it. You have proven this year that you have the ability to adapt, to remain positive, and be creative in the face of unpredictability and uncertainty. And you have focused on others, not yourself, throughout. And in the process, you've created a very special community here at MPS. You've demonstrated all 3 of our pillars: courage, community, and above all, compassion. And with these skills in hand, if you walk out the door of MPS, I worry not about any of you, nor our future with you as leaders. We're all in good hands. So, dear graduates, with this, I conclude the ceremony, and by the power vested in me, I pronounce the 2021-2022 academic year closed.